Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ring Lamb, and today I have a book review on You by Kepnes. Basically, I don't have the physical copy of the book because I lent it out to my best friend, so I just have the dust jacket. But I was looking around my room literally before I started filming this. I'm like, where's the book? I'm like, oh my gosh, I lost it. I'm like, how did I lose it? I never even took it out of the house. And then I realized I lent it out to my best friend. So anyway, this book review will be no spoilers, and also if you're new to my videos or just need a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories. Plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading very soon, 5 out of 5, and not so soon, 1 out of 5. If I'm looking down or over, I'm looking at my notebook where I have all the scores. So basically, this book is about a main protagonist named Joe, and he's very obsessed with this girl named Guinevere Beck, but they just call her Beck. And basically, I'm just looking at this because I don't want to spoil it. And he'd kill to have her, basically. He becomes obsessed with her. And he kind of creeps into her life in unexpected ways, trying to get closer to her. And that's kind of the gist of the story. The story is kind of a book about a stalker stalking his prey. And yeah, that's the gist of it. So plot, I gave a 4 out of 5. Now I was looking so forward to this book because I heard a lot of hype from it. A lot of people that I started watching were talking about it, or a lot of people are just starting to pick it up, I feel like. Because I didn't hear about this when it originally came out, which I believe was in 2014. Or maybe 2015. I'm not 100% sure. But I give it a 4 out of 5 due to the fact that I really loved it. I loved how the plot progressed. There was some slow parts. And also there's a part, I hope I can find it. I hope it's on the dust jacket. Okay, it's inside the book, but it's a quote and it's like, you'll never see like the ending coming or something like that. And I kind of saw what was going to happen in the end. So that kind of disappointed me because I was looking forward to like such a shocker. And I wasn't as shocked as I'd like to be. Like, yeah, I was shocked, but you know. But I really liked how the plot went. I liked how you got to see really the progression of Joe's obsession with Beck and all that. I can't really say much about like mystery thrillers because I feel like I'm going to spoil it if I say too much, so this could be brief. Characters I give a 4.5 out of 5. Now the characters I really did enjoy. I gotta say though, I gave it a 0.5 off because none of the characters, like none of the characters were likable. All of them had flaws that you could see, and you could see the deceit and lies people gave to each other. But the very interesting thing was the main character, Joe. Now, he is the one who is stalking Beck. And basically, like, it's so weird because he's very likable, yet you know he's doing something bad and immoral. Like, it's a very interesting paradox because it's like you want to like him because he's doing this because he loves her, but he's stalking her at the same time. And it's a very interesting character dynamic, which I really did enjoy because usually in a book about a stalker, you would be like reading it and knowing like the person that's being stalked and just seeing the other person, but you're really getting into the mind frame of him. And basically, Beck is like a really weird character too because you want to like her, but she has so many flaws and they're very evident. And maybe that's because we're seeing things through Joe's lens and he is a very warped picture of her, but it's a very interesting dynamic between the two characters. And then we have some side characters within the book, but they're not really the focal point, they're more on the side, hence side characters. But there's like Beck's friends, Joe's world, and they kind of collide. And none of the characters are really likable. The side characters that I really want to mention, all of them are kind of deranged or crazy. And even the ones that weren't too crazy weren't really that great of friends in the long run. And then cover. Cover, I give a 4 out of 5 because I actually really like this cover. And I really like the back. The back says, "You're going to be so sorry when you realize what you made me do. The good news is that I have no regrets." And it's very creepy and mysterious. And it looks like book pages because Joe actually works at a bookstore. And I think that's supposed to be blood. I'm not sure. But I just really like the design. And then suspense, I give a 4.5 out of 5. This book kept me wanting to read it. Yeah, I didn't read it like a day or two because it is 422 pages, I believe. And it's quite lengthy, but it kept me wanting to read. I really wanted to know what was going to happen, especially from all the quotes on the cover from publishing houses or other authors, and also hearing about a lot of people talking about it on BookTube. And overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. I definitely read it again in the future. I already finished the sequel, which I'm going to be filming a review of maybe next. And yeah, it was actually a pretty good book. Like, I don't fault it. It wasn't like amazing in the terms of thrillers. I think Gone Girl is still my #1 thriller because I haven't read very many of them, and that one, like, I was glued to my seat. But this one was a really enjoyable one. It got a different perspective. you really got into the mind of somebody that you're supposed to not like, but is pretty likable. It was very mysterious, it was very conflicting, and it was just a really odd book because there was not really any likable characters. The plot was so crazy, like, it was just a very interesting read. I found the perspective really refreshing. And yes, that's been my book review on You by Carolyn Kepnes. If you guys have read this, let's discuss in the comments. I don't thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.